morning, this is another one of my instructional videos for using the Promethean interactive whiteboards. I'm Nick Oliver, the learning technologist, and these videos are basically designed to teach new and existing members of staff how to use the different pieces of college equipment. Now this is what we call a Promethean interactive whiteboard. It's very similar to all the interactive whiteboards such as smart boards, Hitachi boards and that kind of thing. It's basically a touchscreen board, but it requires the use of this pen. Now it's a Promethean design pen. You can't choose any pen, you have to use this specific pen. Now as you can see, now I'm holding it close to the camera, it's very specific. It's an orange pen with a button on it and it has a removable nib. So you'll be able to tell easily which is which around the college. Each board should have one of these held onto the side of them using this plastic holder here. So that's the basics of the board really. You can pretty much tell if it's working if this white bit in the corner is white. If it's not glowing, then it's not working. So if it isn't working or you're having issues with it, then speak to computer services and they'll be able to sort it out for you. So as you can see, now I'm tapping, it's moving the mouse pointer around the screen. So the basic idea of it is it removes the need for a mouse, so you can stand in front of your class and you can do demonstrations to them, etc. So as you can see here, I'm going on to Microsoft Word. And I'm able to change everything the way that I normally would. Now as you might be able to see, the mouse pointer is slightly off where I'm tapping. Now each different person will require a different kind of sort of calibration on the board. So to choose your own calibration, to set your own calibration, you need to use what's called Active Studio, which is the inbuilt software that comes with the Promethean boards that allows you to sync and do notepad documents, etc. So if you just double tap that, like you will with your mouse, it will open Active Studio. It will then ask you which profile you would like to use. Now normally I would recommend just using intermediate, as that's what everybody seems to use and it seems the best type. So that will now open the Active Studio. There's a message that will come up. I would recommend just ignoring this, but if you want to, you can tap "Don't show me this again" and press OK. Now the Active Studio software will give you a daily tip. So in this example, it's telling you how to use your flip chart, which might be useful to some people, it might not. So if you decide that you don't want that, just untick the box and press OK. So this is the Active Studio software. It's all here like this with the flip charts, and you can choose all sorts of different resources. Now this is the toolbar menu, which you will use within each program. So on this toolbar menu, you've got various highlighters and various pens, and you can also change the colour using these colour swatches here, and also the width of the nib, which is, as you can see, you can make it ridiculous. Now you can also rub out what you've just created by doing that. And it's as easy as that. There's various different buttons down the side here that you can use. So you've got your spray can, all that kind of stuff. But always make sure that you go back to the arrow when you're finished, because if you don't, you won't be able to tap on anything, you'll just keep going over everything you've done. So I'd recommend having a play about with that, and if you struggle, please feel free to give me a shout and I can show you how to use that. So going back to what I was saying earlier, to configure your pen with it being off, press configure and then just press calibrate board. It will then bring up the calibration menu, so you just tap the screen and you tap on the inside of each little cross that comes up. This will then calibrate the board to you. I would recommend doing this before your students come into the class. That way it's always synced. So as you can see now, it's a lot closer to my own handwriting. So, how do you use this in the classroom? Well, you can use it as a simple flip chart. So if you go back to your Active Studio software again and just tap New Flip Chart, very simply, you can just draw on it. Draw pie charts, etc. All sorts. Now there's various different buttons down here that you can use. So if you wanted to do some text, you could, and it will then bring you up your keyboard and your text features. Or what you could do, if your student had done loads of work, you could press the picture button and it would then allow you to take a picture. So you can put it anywhere, you can put it into your own resource library. So as we see there, save it as a photo, and then all you need to do is close your flip chart, choose whether you want to save it, and then as you can see I've chosen to save that photo to the desktop. If we double click that photo now, open that. So you can do other things with it. You can do with the flip chart builder. So if you tap your flip chart builder, it'll allow you to create all kinds of various flip charts. Now it would be too complicated for me to go through them all with you now, but if you have a look through yourself and see which ones you like the most, and then feel free to come and see me if you struggle. It's probably the easiest thing to do, because as I say, there is hundreds and hundreds of flip charts within there. So along here you've also got the ability to create assessments. Now if you link this in with the voting systems, you can create assessments quite easily. So it's a nice tool really. Other menu items along here, you've got configure, so you should never need to use this, but it allows you to, again, as I said before, calibrate your board. You've got online, which should allow you to get to all the Promethean World training resources. Now if you ever do need any resources for these Promethean interactive whiteboards, all you need to do is type into Google, type Promethean Planet, which will then take you to this resource area, which will allow you to download all sorts of resources. Now you can do that from home and bring them in on your pen drive and put them on the machines. But please ensure your pen drive is virus checked before you do that. Again, another tab up here is training, so if you ever struggle and you require some training, then you can tap on that, or the support button, which you should never need. So, like with every other program, you just close it in the corner like that. So that is the basic tutorial of the Promethean interactive whiteboards. Feel free to give me a shout. I'm in the Imaginarium on extension 1051, and I've also got an email address of nico@lcwc.ac.uk, and I'm always available if you have any queries.